Alright, hey guys, this is Bezmor, and this is a footage from two separate events with some group PK, and this is kind of like what you can see is pretty much how PK has evolved on our server as far as group PK goes. It's really sad. Basically, we go out and we PK a little bit, and we've got like 10 people usually. That's usually the most we get. And so we fight people, and we kill their archer here, and look at this guy, he just went PK to fight, and like he tried to purge me. Like this is why I don't really like group PK much anymore, because all they do is they're like, oh, get a barb on him and spam clean sweep until it purges. Oh, and put a BM there too so that you can have twice as much CC. So you'll notice I play really passively in both these fights, because if you're getting focused like that, you can't afford it. And here I got purged. I didn't even notice the purge. But like, you have to keep alive, because if they're putting multiple people on you, well then you're literally hogging their resources. Like if I've got a barb, a BM, and an archer on me, that's 3 people that aren't attacking the other 9 people in my squad, which is going to give them a huge big advantage, because A, no barb is out there clean sweeping anybody else. Secondly, the BM stun HF is all going on me, and the archer's purge proc is going to come on me as well. So if it's in a situation and you find yourself extremely outnumbered by a large portion, or just you're not outnumbered but everyone's on you, this is where Sage Psychics are really advantageous over Demon, is because you're able to just go tank mode and sit there and soak damage all day long while your team cleans up. Now of course that's regrettably reliable on your team to be able to clean up, but that's life. You have to adapt to the situation. If you just want to be like a nuke psychic, like a wizardish psychic that just does lots of damage, you can just Demon Tide Spirit and then AoE with Sandburst and a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyways, normally when we wipe them like that, they go, oh no, and they start like calling people, and I mean like their numbers increase by a factor of 2 each round of PK, which is ridiculous, because it's like, seriously, we don't have more people. Usually 10 is our limit. And so as you can see, well, now they've brought a full +12 wizard out, and they get more sins, and every time, like, they always increase the number of BMs and barbs by at least 1 every round as well, so that you're exponentially getting more and more. And here's our cleric with the S3 weapon that's really annoying with that purify proc. But anyways, as you can see, I've again got the barb, and a sin came on me. So I burned my AD there just because I'm like, I need to keep these guys busy for a little bit longer, but regrettably the sin switched off to another target, but the barb is still just standing there trying to do stuff, which I think is funny, because in Tiger form, only Ancestral Rage really does damage. And here comes the second barb. So now they're like, alright, we've got 2 full rank 9 barbs on the Psychic, so I just burned my APOS to get out of that, and then they chased me, it looks like. Yeah, as you can see, the barb is still on me, and here, I just kind of got caught, but I'm just, alright, I'll tank it, and I'll keep tanking it. And so then they switched the Seeker onto me, and really this is my job, like, just tank as much damage as you can so that the other team has to sit here trying to kill you. So I'm even going White Voodoo at this point, because look, they're not giving up. As you can see, he's still trying to use Clean Sweep, so they're trying to purge, because they realize full buffs, you gotta have like 6 DDs to kill a Psychic that's even remotely well built and knows how to like tank and cycle their things and use the right charms at the right timing. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna die. I die somewhere. I die a lot of times. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, Arma for 3k. Yeah, don't Arma on White Voodoo. You're just wasting your chi and making yourself vulnerable. But as you can see, the Seeker gave up because they got another Seeker, and that's a Diamond of Tiger Seeker, so he's actually a little bit of a problem as far as damage goes, but I'm in White Voodoo right now, I'm not worried. And here I'm just trying to not only keep these 2 busy, but get on the Cleric and assist in killing that Cleric by using things like Disturbed Soul, Diminished Vigor, Soul Burn, still all effective in White Voodoo. And of course I have Glacial Shards for movement CC, which as you can see proc there. I've got Ranged Earth Vector. I can help my team keep them busy. And finally they got the Purge proc on me here, and I've got an Archer, 2 barbs on me, and that is GG. Regrettably, but I kept 3 people busy for that long. Kind of worth it actually, even though I mean it's really kind of boring just sitting out there in White Voodoo running in circles and chaining your stuff together, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I grabbed some Cleric buffs, and I've only got 1 spark, but my team's still out there fighting, so I feel obligated to go help. And I mean, as a Psychic, I'm just looking, when you first come out, they don't unless they've got Sins camping the safe zone, they're not paying attention. So I'm in black, and I'm going to try and drop AoE to assist to help wipe out some people before they focus on me. So I come down and immediately notice that there's a Seeker that only has like 2 or 3 buffs and no magic defense buff. So I went for him because there was already my BM on him, but now a Seeker's on me now. So I have to start like getting ready to go back into tank mode here. But I'm going to go for it. And I think I'm going to use my AD and APOF offensively here. I got a BM buff, which is wonderful. Throwing out the AoE heal just to, you know, help my teammate. And there's the AD because I got low from something. I believe it was the Seeker. And anyways, here I'm going for that Seeker, and that same barb, as you can see, is coming straight for me. So I used my APOF right then and there because I was like, well, let's finish the Seeker off really first, and then I'll go tank mode. And it worked out because, as you can see, we killed the Seeker there. And so I just now go white voodoo and let the barb waste his time trying to clean sweep me again. So, you know, that's that. And really, it's not like they're being stupid by putting a barb on me. It's just you know, if they don't, then I'm going to go all out in black and DD. And as you can see here, I just movement sealed the cleric, and I'm going for my diminished vigor combo. I'm helping my team while still staying completely passive in the fight, which keeps me in the fight, which keeps them busy. And here I didn't notice the sin on me, which was regrettable. But he went ahead and he had to use his APOF, and he has to come out of stealth for that. So he can get cleaned up for that pretty easily. Anyways, this is our like last round, because when you get outnumbered by like a 2-to-1 ratio, it's not that worth PKing, because, I mean, as you can see, look, they've got a barb on me again. I just hit the ground like 2 seconds ago. But anyways, so this time I don't think, alright, now I've got a BM, a barb, HF, and DD, and a sin on me. My goodness, like, can they put more people on me? Yeah, well, yeah, they could, because they have that many, but when you fight outnumbered, this passive method, if they're gonna focus you, staying in the fight in white voodoo is basically like casting AoE seal on people who are stupid. So it's worth it. And there I was trying to purify my BM who got HF'd, but I ended up just getting caught in a bunch. And I'm getting APS'd here, but his damage was so bad I didn't have to expel, and it lasted long enough that I outlasted the CC and used Psychic Will instead of expel, because I prefer to keep my genie available in case I want to use my AD. But they're just not letting up, and you know, when they outnumber you by this many, like I'm getting what, 6 people on me? I can't even count right now, but I'm just trying to keep them busy so that the archers and the other 2 psychics and the Seeker can maybe do damage. But I think they all got wiped, and then I died to I don't even know what. But that's the basic story of how PK runs on our server. We go out, we kill them, and then it goes downhill from there. However, on occasion the opposite happens, and we outnumber them, and that's actually this part, which is a lot more entertaining for a psychic, because you have to do something besides run in circles. So anyways, this fight, I think we all just squatted up and went out to wipe them, because somebody said they were out there, and we're like, alright, let's go kill them. So we focused the cleric down, but I didn't even get to help, sad face. And then the archer, because rank 9 bow purge is OP, and the other people are all tanks, so it's like, why not kill the archer? And he gets wrecked! Yeah. And as you can see here, you know, black voodoo, and I'm not really worried. I mean, yeah, sure, a Seeker hits me 5k. If that was a Goff crit, actually I think it might have been a Goff, but it wasn't a crit. You know, it's like, with full buffs, you can kind of take single damage focus, like, but you can't take AoE, so you know, you just have to look at the situation. If you're gonna get focused in a fight like this, then you do the same thing. You go white voodoo and you switch. And here's look at our Blade Master. He just got wrecked because he's a noob. Actually, it's because he was in APS gear, not his rank 9 plus 12 Jades. I don't want to embarrass him too bad. Yeah, don't use APS gear for PK unless you want to get wrecked by fail seekers. Anyways, so as you can see here, they can't focus me because we have, let's see, 2 assassins and 2 BMs, and then I think we've got like 3 archers, and well, actually no, there's other assassins in another squad. So like there's so many people that they can't focus me, or they try like that, and then I just go like la 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 la, tank, archer, oh look, archer run away, oh look, another archer, and then you drop some skills in their face and go like, what's up? Oh no, I guess you get smacked. But you know, basically when they can't focus you, you need to apply yourself as much as possible to wreck people like that, because if you're not killing anybody, then why are you in black voodoo? You gotta go into black voodoo and be aggressive. You see here, I'm holy pathing just to chase down a DD. Now he was pretty much the last DD left alive, and right here I'm gonna pot just so I can pop him out of stealth because the AoE didn't work. There it is, and I believe he is to the west, slightly southwest. Yeah, there he is. So bam, and then I think I'm gonna let my team chase him down because I used all my holy paths just to catch up to him. But anyways, like, be very aggressive when you're in Black Voodoo. You need to make it count because you're not a wizard. You're not gonna be able to drop a BT and maybe by chance insta-gib somebody, and you're not a BM. You can't just HF and suddenly like the whole area that got HF'd is suddenly in danger. You're a psychic. You have fast DPS, single target, and then like semi-weak constant AoE. So you gotta make it count. Focus the right targets down. Don't focus on BMs, barbs, or seekers, just because it's a waste of time. Like, look for archers, and then of course Venos and clerics are always a higher priority, and stuff like that. And then, so yeah, it's kind of interesting when a fight happens when we actually have more people than the other side. But again, like, you know, after the first round, they're like, oh, call more people. So this cleric was there the first round, but I think they got another cleric. I feel like, anyways. Here again, I'm just staying in the air because it keeps the focus off you when you're up in the air and everyone else is on the ground. You just, you know, you have a little bit more flexibility, and air to ground damage while being nerfed, it's the same thing as being in White Voodoo on the ground pretty much. You can still throw out debuffs, you can movement seal with Glacial Shards, stun with Earth Vector, and here because he APOThed, I just figured I'd drop, forcing him to have air to ground damage, which either means he has to come down to the ground and fight or, you know, whatnot. And I'm still playing really passively here because I don't want to get focused. I want to be able to stay in Black Voodoo as long as possible. And this guy came out of nowhere, but it's okay because he's about to get owned. Maybe? No, I guess he APOThed. Sad. Anyways, so yeah, back to that archer who now has no genie and no APOTH. Oh, look, he died. And now it's just this... I guess they didn't call that many reinforcements. Maybe like 2 or 3 more people. Like, the thing is, we've got like 1.5 squads, I think, out here. So like they're a bit outnumbered right now, and so I don't even have to focus that much. I can just blow up whatever's nearest to me, and so we wrecked them pretty quickly. Ooh, look, 11k, nice. But yeah, so you can see the difference between when you're playing in a situation where you have to be tanky versus a situation where you're just a DD. When you're a DD, focus down targets. If you completely outnumber them, just kill whatever's near you, because really, when you have outnumbers, you don't have to have strategy. That's how broken this game is. But in those situations, you need where you're getting focused or where you're outnumbered. You've got to play in a way that's going to keep you helpful to your team as well as, you know, staying alive as long as possible. I think this is the next round. Oh look, a Seeker's trying to kill me, which I think is great because when I'm in White Voodoo, like, there's no reason to focus a White Voodoo Psychic unless you're trying to just CC him. And of course, you see that barb, he comes up straight for me, uses his anti-stun, and then comes up and just clean sweep. Oh, but it failed. Sucks to be you. Anyway, as you can see, they like to put 2 tanky people on me, usually 2 barbs or a barb and a seeker or a barb and a BM or 2 BMs. They always have some kind of combination like that, but as you can see, they increase their numbers again, and so I have to play passively again, which is, you know, whatever. But here, since they kind of gave up on me, I went Black Voodoo, and I was trying to go for that Psychic, but he used his APOS, so then I waited, but then he got wrecked before I could fire a skill. Really unfortunate, but, you know, he's dying, so that's good for us, yay. And then, yeah, you see all the chaos that's going on, and I'm trying to stay as far away from that chaos as possible, but still relatively near my BMs. In case I get purged, I want that Rebel, I want that stuff, and here, I just used a Mirai skill, which is, like, I know, unbelievable, right? I used a Psychic Mirai skill. It has use. The Shroud skill, I believe, it is called Spirit Phalanx, and it basically IGs somebody for 10 seconds, and at the end of that 10 seconds, it'll even heal them to full HP. And when one target is getting mad focused like that, like they were trying to kill our archer, Starsky, and I was like, oh no you don't, and then I just iced him, and I said to my team, he's good for 10 seconds, AoE that area, and immediately HF come down, AoEs came down, and, you know, our archer lived, we picked up a few kills, progressed the fight in a good way. As for the other 2 ones, the Psionic Link skill is bogus. It doesn't work. It breaks half the time, or it's out of range. It's a bad skill. I don't know. There's something wrong with the mechanics in the game. That skill stinks. As for the other skill, I don't actually have it because I got really lazy and not motivated. But yeah, I don't think it's that good. I mean, it's just a delayed attack, and I think it's even purifiable, which is like, seriously, why? But anyways, so that Mirai skill, I've been using it, the ice, what's it called, Spirit Phalanx or whatever. I've actually been using it a lot in Nation Wars when our flag capper is getting crazy ganked near the flag. I'll just ice her and then be like, guys, clear the area, and then we just AoE the hell out of that area. And so that Mirai skill Shroud, definitely I'm starting to like it more and more. Plus, I hear you can use it like with the Badge of Courage thing. You can like purify the stun off of it, and then use it like a normal IG combo. I don't like Badge of Courage Genie builds, so I don't do that. But I hear it's possible if that's what floats your boats. But like, yeah, Psychic not good. Badge of Courage, just don't go. Anyways, you can look at my Genie video if you're wondering why. So yeah, this is just how group PK is, and this is like we haven't outnumbered them in months. I feel like the last time we had more people than them was like maybe July or something like that. So it's a pretty sad state. We almost never PK because it's kind of pointless when you go out, you fight one round, and then suddenly their numbers increase by 2, and then you're just like, all right, let's go play League of Legends or something. So yeah, that's the normal situation, but basically everything in a game is situational, you know? And it's not just PW, that's any game. You have to respond to the situation, you have to adapt to it, and so your playstyle has to be in a response to the situation. And even like your build can be situational, you know? Like that's why I have a second gear set, as you can see on the gear bars. I've got my attack level crit build, like crit magic increasing helmet and cape, along with a Jones and a crit rate and magic attack increasing ring, as compared to my full tanky defensive mode. And when you need to do more damage, you know, you swap. It's all situational. So if you want to be good at a Psychic, it's all about learning those situations and playing those situations correctly. As a class that is living in one voodoo or the other, everything is situational. Like, if I'm in white, I'm not trying to do damage. I'm trying to either survive, soak damage, or just help debuff people without, you know, risking suicide, which is what Black Voodoo is. Black Voodoo is, I'm gonna kill people, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't know where this footage is from. I feel like... Oh no, this is a footage, I put this at the end right there because I just laughed at how he comes up to Arma right as I Psychic Whale, so the Arma gets resisted, and this is the best part, the immunity's still there. When the HF comes down, bam, fail HF. That's why Sage Psychic rocks. 10 seconds physically immune, you got nothing on that, I'm just saying. So I think this is actually from the previous fight when we were outnumbered, but I was just laughing at that because it's like, come on, you armored on top of physically immune and then you HF on top of physically immune. Like, are you trying to waste chi? Sorry, that's just me trolling. But if you're taking anything away from this video, situations, learn them, apply yourself correctly in them. If you've got questions, leave a comment, and I am going home to Japan for Christmas break, so I'm going to be gone for a month and probably not on PWI, so you won't be seeing new stuff. Sorry. Kind of. That, yeah, I just putting that out there. I probably won't be live streaming. I have a PWI is really stupid, and for some reason I can't play from Japan. And it doesn't have to do with the region bans, it's just their system is broken. So yeah, I just putting that out there. I won't be able to play for about a month, so this is going to be my last video for a while. But maybe I'll see you guys in January. I hope you have learned something from this video, and yeah, have a nice Christmas.